Welcome back to day 2 of UMG Nashville. Hashtag Elgato25K. Myself, Maven, here with Bryce. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I very much am. We've got everybody ready. Without any further delay, let's introduce the teams. Yeah. Maven, let's talk about Denial.
Well, actually, the one thing I want to talk about is what we came into here with these squads. You know, Replays, Saints, Study, Zuma. You know, we expected them to be 2-0 at this spot. Not having played Envy yet, this is the position we thought they'd be in. Study, such a character. On the flip side, though, Envy, pull up their player profiles. What would we expect them going into this? Also 2v2-0, and this to be the match for first in this pool. Instead, they are 0-2. Look at all business-like.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to need some business-like play in this game, or they're going 0-3 in this pool.
I mean, they're going to have to step it up. I mean, you are right. This match right now should be determining first place, but it is not.
No.
I mean, Envy need this to kind of contest third.
Well, this would be, all right, so if Denial drops this game, if Envy wins, I believe we would have 2 1-2 teams and 2 2-1 teams is how it would break out. I'd have to look at the head-to-heads and the map counts to see how that's all going to work out. If they drop this game, obviously Denial would take first. Last place for Envy. So the only way really to make an interesting result, you could say, for this pool would be an Envy win.
You know what? For me, it's not even that. It's literally Envy just needs some fire.
Some pride.
They need to win just so they can get ready for the loser bracket run. That's it. They just need the win to make sure they're kind of, okay, we can do something this event.
And, you know, I've watched a bit of their games, not as much. You know, I try to, in between games, we like to get a little break, get some food here and there, so I haven't seen all of it. But it's just the mixture of things. You know, JCap's had some rough games here and there. Nameless has. You know, Formal usually he'll have rough games, but he doesn't usually miss very much. Makes a poor decision from time to time, but he shoots lasers. He's been getting outgunned. Seen him turned on a couple times, which you'd never see.
Yeah.
It's just been all around. Like, Merc's the only one that I feel I've seen some consistency through a few of the games, at least that I watch, but they've all got to get it turned. This is a team issue right now.
Yeah, certainly. And now, actually, talking about Denial, like I was speaking to Study backstage, and of course, Study, well known for being horrifically full of confidence, is pretty much planning the 3-0. That's what he wants.
Well, that's why I love this Denial team. You basically just have a bunch of young guns, all just super cocky. They're going to run. They're going to play fast. They're going to outshoot you. They're going to play cocky, and that's what's fun to watch. As we are getting ready, as the time ticks away here, 1 second left. Game 1, Denial versus Envy.
Let's go straight on the sticks with Study. First of all, let's see how he's going to go to war. Replays just ahead of him as well. They're going straight for it, instantly stun on the Study. He gets a hit mark on enemy team as well. And I'm going to see how they kind of go towards this beat. I feel like Denial will probably go for it a lot more aggressively than we've seen some of the other teams.
And Study going to be able to pick up one here on the right side of the map. One going level 3 Owens. I'm assuming that player must have an AR, at least for the break here. Now, Study moving towards red. We can talk about this all game long. Red is huge, regardless of what side you are trying to control. That is the power position on the map for most of the game. Now, they're trying to get B. D is not a sight. They have 2 players. The first bit of control is going to go to Denial.
So that's what I said. I felt like Denial were going to play aggressive, and they have. I mean, we've actually seen games here where, like, for 2-3 minutes, nobody's even got to be. They've been dancing around it. Denial, they saw an opportunity, they got a few down, they went straight on.
Now, we'll see how they play this. They're going to play kind of the defensive hold here across mid-map, or are they going to apply pressure? If I know Denial, they're going to get as aggressive as can be, flood through red, flood through mid lane, and try to put pressure on C. But who is that? Somebody slipped through. Never mind, he got caught. That was JCap. He was trying to leak through the home cap. Did get picked up by Zuma.
Well, jumping on board with Nameless now. Let's take a look at Team Envy and see if they can pull something back in this. He's going to try and get red control. He's going to see one. They're going to pick him off as well. Merc gets the second one, but he has no more teammates around to back him up, and it looks like they have gone for the split. Merc is going for the home flag.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, this game, when this game type first came out, kind of the start of Ghost, you would see 1 AR typically in 3 subs. It kind of went to that 4 sub play, always 4 subs, 4 subs, 4 subs. More recently, you've kind of seen that AR start to come out a little bit because that red 3 control is so huge. Big kill there by Replays.
Just unbelievable here, and you do see Denial just putting so much pressure on Envy that the Envy just doesn't seem like they're able to keep up at the moment. I'm thinking that maybe as the game goes on, if Envy can find their feet, let's start to slow it down, start picking them apart. Because you look, Saints is 7-2, Study 6-2.
Yeah, we're 2 minutes into this one. It's already a 15-point advantage right now. Formal and Merc, though, able to pick up a kill. 2 down right now for Denial. They've got to try to get control. If they don't have any luck on B, at some point, they're going to have to start sending 1 or 2 at the home cap of Denial. Try to mix it up, because so far, they've had no luck in and around B, but they do have red control. I take it back. 3 down, red control gone.
Yeah, It just seems like they need to get that kind of that lock on this team. Denial are playing fast and furious, and Saints just absolutely tearing through with a big two-piece. They're not giving them any room to breathe here. Look, he's just pushing straight onto this spawn now. Gonna see one, second one coming through. Not able to get that one though. He's gonna get picked up. But the pressure's still coming on. Denial are just swarming at them and giving them no room to kind of figure out.
It's odd because the issues they're having, it almost, you want to say, it looks like Envy came into this event under practice. But that's not really the case at all. They've been playing plenty. This is not, remember before last event, they had players traveling in Europe. Merck didn't play for a couple weeks. They came together right before the event and got second. Here they come in much more practice. They've been at the team house. They've been grinding for the league, and they just look sloppy.
Like I said, they're not winning the gunfights. That's the worst thing. Like, you can do this, but to counter them, if you're going to just go toe-to-toe with Denial, you have to start winning those 50-50s.
Well, this is, we can talk about this from, UMG Dallas. They couldn't win the gunfights. They basically 3-0'd everyone on their way to the finals except for Denial. They only took one map out of 7, went 1-6 against this Denial squad. They could not keep up with the pressure and gun skill of this squad. Nameless here, though, able to pick up one formal, another. Let's see if they can get a little pressure on B. They tried to get that neutral at A. They got it for a second, but taken back pretty quickly there by the members of the Denial.
You know what? They've managed to get it now. They're going to be able to claw back that deficit. It's not going to be in their favor unless they can get the neutralize here. But I feel like for finally the game has slowed down enough that Envy can kind of deal with it and set up a little bit better to counter this pressure and fast, although Saints just pulled off an incredible two-piece.
Yeah, Saints, a player that kind of disappeared for a little bit there, but widely considered a top 5 player when he is playing well. He's had a couple good events under his belt as of late. We are under 60 seconds right now. 22-point advantage right now for Denial. B control still held by the members of Envy due to a couple big kills there on B Dom by Nameless. He saw it. I didn't see that guy left the gate though. Tries to turn on him. Will get killed. That was Saints.
They're going to still pull it back here. They're just going to be a little bit behind. It's not as bad as it could have been.
Well, on these smaller maps, we talk as casters kind of about that 20 to 30 point range where it starts to get scary, a little bit different for something like Octane. But they pulled this back, it got above 20. They've got this back to a more manageable, 15, 16 points. They should get the last couple of ticks here as well, Brycey.
They have done it, and it's basically just B point on this map. If you get B, you get the entire control. Like I've seen some teams when they're far enough ahead, just defend B, even when they don't have it. If it's a neutral B, you just defend it like you have got it, because it's so difficult to get bodies and men on there to actually get that point.
Yeah, and looking at it here, it's Saints leading the way at 18-9 for his side, also 4 captures. That's a crazy stat line. On the flip, you have Formal at 15 and 13 with 1 capture. Both players right now with 27 and 28 engagements apiece. That's a huge, huge number.
It really is. I mean, you got to say that they have just been running it, and they were just running and gunning for the majority of that. They weren't letting Envy kind of set up anywhere. They weren't letting them get the wave of kills they wanted. There was nothing from Envy that kind of said, it's right, we're here to play this first map. Is it going to be a different story the second half? We're about to find out. Formal, first man we're going to be watching on the sticks.
And he's watching right side of red here. Just looking at the map, he should have an engagement very soon. Able to pick up that kill. Another player picked up there by Merc. Let's see if they can get B coverage right away. That is 3 down. They are 2 hopping it right now. The big thing, they have to get this hop and get out. They cannot get it and lose both those players mid. Both are going to drop replays. Picks up both players on B, and that's a big, big stop by replays.
That certainly is. I mean, I thought they had it there. Merc went forward. He picked the wrong spawn to kind of try and counter, but they looked really strong. They put 3 of them down. And now they're kind of back in base. They're looking for someone. Who's that they're looking for? Replays has managed to infiltrate. JCap sees him. He will call that out. But it's no joy. They're now going to have to kind of put manpower to find him.
Yeah, but it's 13. Like you said, this is a manageable deficit right now. It is certainly not out of reach for MD right now. But,
JCap.
God, JCap started one. That's what they need. He had a couple double negative games early in respawns. That's not usually what you expect from him. Usually pretty consistent in the slaying category. We'll see if he can continue this. And looking across the KDs right now, pretty much everyone in and around even. No one's struggling too badly right now.
They certainly are not. Nameless is going to push forward now. It does seem like they've got the advantage. It will be Envyus to pick this one up. I can't see anybody stop it. Saving some sort of god grenade. I don't think it's going to come in, but they have managed to get it. This is the opportunity for Envy now. Hold it for a minute, and you're pretty much back on the level pegging. Exactly level pegging with a minute holding it. They've got to hold it.
Now, JCap had a great play. I know he dropped there, but while they were capping, he sprinted through red and go all the way back into their lumber. He did die. He didn't get a kill. Didn't really get shots on anyone, but he slowed that push to B. He gave his teammates time to set up, but what a great breakout we saw from Denial here. And what was early coverage from Envy just gets absolutely crushed by Denial. Fantastic plays by them.
They are, however, they've just picked up 2. They need to pick up maybe 1 more before they can consider pushing back into the middle of this map. But no, Study with a 2-piece takes them down. Nameless, only man left alive, picks up 1. Not going to have any joy, though, as he now has to consolidate his position and worry about giving his teammates time to get back into this. They need a big wave of kills. Someone has to pick these up.
And there's a player in behind them. You see on the minimap that player in beer, that orange triangle we see right now, who should be flanking Nameless right now. He's at second story.
Saints.
He's going to get 2 kills. That Saints, he didn't decide to push towards their home cap. He decided to protect B, and that was a fantastic play by him. Halfway through this second side, the lead has extended to 17. Saints is starting to shoot bodies right now. Study heating up with the 2-piece as well. Nameless, only 1 left alive here for Envy.
Yeah, and there you go, Study continuing going. He's 30 and 14, Maven. He's putting up a phenomenal there, but 3 go down. Replay's last alive, but Replay's getting in a sneaky position.
Look at Saints' stat line right now.
He wants to pick one up. If he can get this. Oh, no, Formal shuts him down. Envy might be able to grab this now. It looks like they are. They're putting bodies all around. They still got time to pull this one back.
Look at that, 30, 16, and 4 right now for Saints. Just unbelievable game 1 from him. He's playing out of his mind. We're under 2 to go. Leads extended, went to 18 right now. And, you know, Envy does have this 2-cap control. They can win it with a 2-cap. They don't have to get crazy right now. It's going to be tight with that, but let's see if they try to push the neutral.
They know as well. Look at that. Envy actually sending people back already. They know they're going to pinch him here. He shouldn't be able to win this one. As he doesn't even get a neutral. Great play from Envyus, kind of predicting that he was going to send back. And it still puts them on track to come back into this game. There's enough time. If they hold it for the remaining of this time, they will win the map.
Yeah, they'd be up 5, I think, as it stands, if they held this 2-cap. So they are looking good right now. But they haven't had a lot of success holding the 2-cap so far in this game type. We'll see if they can lock it down now. Saints only 1 alive, thankfully for Denial. He's been the one that's really been carrying the load, but he's going to drop as well. Control, look at the mid-map. It's all Envy right now. They have it locked down.
They have someone going to go red. They're going to come straight up against Formal. 2 of them actually. He's going to see 1, picks one off. There's another player who he's going to dip underneath him. Who is that? Study might have managed to get through. I think he's been spotted. He has been spotted. Envy still locking it down. Now bringing it back to just 6 points. 146 to 140. Formal coming across, looking for that shot. Not going to get it. Just jump on with Nameless.
And let's just take a look at the spawners here as they come out for Denial. See what type of play they tried to make. It looks like they're still trying to flood B, trying to get as much aggression there as they can. Merc and JCap pick up big kills. Formal answers too. 1 left alive. It's going to be replays here for Denial. Fantastic stuff by Envy. They look dead during the middle of the second half, but they're coming back with a vengeance.
1 point left in it now. They're going to tick over next time. It will go all square. 152 to 152. 22 seconds left to go. Envy pulled this back all the way. Formal picks up another kill, and they're still continuing on. He's now putting the pressure onto their spawn. He is going to go down. Merc throwing grenades, desperately go over, and I think it's pretty much all over. He needs to take this one. No, he gets taken down.
That's it.
1 more tick, and it's going to be Envy to win this in an epic comeback.
Wow, and that's what they needed. You know, they've just been, you almost feel like they've just been playing on their back foot in all of these series. You know, that first round against Noble, again, Noble is, they're a hot team. They just came off qualifying for top 8. They've been playing very well as of late. But the series today was just, I mean, from Envy, it was ugly. You know, Vex just, they beat the hell out of them. It wasn't fun to watch if you were an Envy fan, but that is a great Game 1 comeback.
Certainly. And you know what? It only seemed possible when they got 4 into the middle of that map and they played as a team more than anything. Yeah. That's their counter to the Denial pressure, is that they play as a team, they cover each other, and they were just trading kills. We're like, guys, if you want to run it as 1-on-1, that's fine. There's 4 of us here. We'll just trade those away all day.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the thing that surprised me the most, you know, when they formed this new Envy team, is how quick they kind of meshed. They worked really well together. You know, it's been said at this point, they probably had, you know, some of the best communication in the entire game. They've looked out of sorts today, but that was, again, a valiant comeback. Now, what are we looking at for game number 2 here, Bryce?
Well, it's going to be Warhawk, Search, and Destroy. So I think, you know what, I'm kind of going to go with Envy on this one, I'll be honest with you. I mean, they've got to have some confidence now. Yeah. They were, in all honesty, I thought they were being just thrashed for 8 minutes. But they managed to come back.
It did seem like a grind-out, ugly win, didn't it? But they mount the comeback. For those of you at home, if you just tuned in, that was Game 1. A 1-0 lead here for Envy. We'll be hopping into Game 2 in just a second. Quick commercial break. Tweet the stream. Don't go anywhere.